It's Friday night, your phone buzzes with a notification, a group chat is buzzing about a party. Everyone is excited, but as you read the messages, you don't feel excitement. You feel a faint sense of dread. You start calculating how much energy it will take to shower, dress up, drive there, and, most exhausting of all, engage in 3 hours of small talk. Then you make the decision. Sorry, guys, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Have fun. The moment you hit send, you feel it. A massive, sparkling wave of relief. You exhale, sink into your sofa, and open a book or start a movie. You aren't sad. You aren't lonely. In fact, you feel more like yourself than you have all week. Society looks at people like you and wonders what's wrong with them. But today on Mind Tweezers, we're going to show you that there is absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, your preference for solitude might be your greatest superpower. To understand the lone wolf, we first need to use our tweezers to separate two very different concepts, loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is a negative state. It's the painful feeling of being disconnected from others when you desperately want to belong. It's a hunger for social contact that isn't being met. Solitude, however, is a chosen state. It is the joy of being alone without being lonely. For the lone wolf, being alone is a form of recovery. While the world sees a loner as someone who can't fit in, the truth is often that the loner chooses not to fit in because the cost of fitting in is simply too high. Think about your social battery. For most people, social interaction is a way to charge their battery. They feel energized by the noise, the laughter, and the crowd. But for you, social interaction is a drain. Every sentence of small talk, every forced smile, every loud laugh is a percentage point dropping off your battery. By the time the party is halfway over, you're at 5% and your brain is screaming for the exit. This isn't a personality flaw, it's how you're wired. Why is this happening? Biology gives us a fascinating answer. Research into brain chemistry shows that introverts and extroverts process dopamine, the reward chemical, differently. Extroverts have a low sensitivity to dopamine. They need a lot of it to feel a buzz, which is why they seek out loud music, big parties, and risky social situations. But lone wolves, you have a high sensitivity to dopamine. A little bit goes a long way. When you walk into a crowded room, your brain is flooded with so much information and stimulation that it feels like someone turned the volume to 100. It's overwhelming. Instead of dopamine, your brain prefers a different neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is also a reward chemical, but it's triggered when you turn inward. It's the calm, focused feeling you get when you're reading a book, working on a project, or having a deep one-on-one conversation. For you, the ultimate reward isn't out there in the noise, it's in here, in the quiet. This is why you prefer your own company. You aren't avoiding people. You are simply choosing a higher quality of internal stimulation. Now, let's look at history. From an evolutionary perspective, society needs lone wolves. In our tribal past, while the majority of the group was busy socializing around the fire, the lone wolf was the one sitting at the edge of the camp, watching the stars, observing the patterns of the wind, or quietly perfecting a new tool. If everyone was a social butterfly, we might never have discovered the laws of physics, written epic poetry, or developed the technology you're using to watch this video right now. Newton, Einstein, Emily Dickinson, they all chose solitude because they understood a fundamental truth. Originality requires a quiet space. When you are alone, you aren't just doing nothing, you're processing, you're reflecting, you are allowing your brain to enter a state called the default mode network, where your most creative and profound thoughts are born. By choosing your own company, you are giving yourself the gift of deep thought, something the modern, hyper-connected world has almost entirely forgotten how to do. The next time someone tries to make you feel guilty for staying home or tells you that you need to get out more, remember this. You don't need to be fixed. You are not a broken extrovert. You are a successful introvert. Choosing your own company means you have reached a level of emotional maturity where you are your best friend. You don't need constant external validation to feel valuable. You are enough, all by yourself. Protect your solitude like it's a treasure. It's in those quiet hours that you find your voice, your strength, and your peace. If you're a proud lone wolf by choice, let us know in the comments, how do you spend your favorite solo hours? If this video helped you untangle your thoughts today, hit the like button and subscribe to Mind Tweezers. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next video. Thank you.